Hello. Well, is this for me or everyone? We'll see. I just wanted to record this thought out loud because I've been thinking it a lot, but I just want to remember it. And so recording is helpful as well as saying it out loud because I did not say this to anybody else yet. I think, as we know, Ava loves God. That's me. I love God. I think God is really cool. I get a lot of various feelings towards God, sometimes really angry and not understanding, but overall, that's, you get angry at people you love. I do. I can talk in first person. Yeah, I do. I've been angry at God, especially, your own creator. Like, what you doing, God? What's going on, right? That's how I feel. Sometimes. Bad things. I'm confused. But cool thing. I'm happy to be human, love Earth, love humans, etc. Something I've realized lately, which I really like this perspective, because I grew up with a very evangelical, written, faith-based approach to faith and following God, very Protestant-y, I think, which is read your Bible. And I think reading the Bible is important, but there's a lot more ways to experience God, because if reading the Bible was the only way, then everyone would have the Bible and be able to read and comprehend it. But that's not how the world works, is it? There's a lot of ways to experience God, and a lot of people who will never read, whether for their own ability or, they did not learn how to read or be read to, whatever, or it's not translated in that language. So God must therefore appear in different ways. Hello, thank you. And then so I think that's something within the past year I've been enjoying more, is finding God in different ways. And one way I've been realizing recently is that with people I know, I've been thinking a lot about people who don't, to my understanding, have a relationship with God yet, or whatever, even if they do. I've been realizing, wow, everyone, in my head, there's some people, I was just thinking of some, but there's some people I'm like, you would really like God because you're just like God. I just have people, and I realized that's a gift that I have been given, is being able to see that in people. And then I forgot. So I was just thinking about that, and I was thinking about different people who I'd want to be like, you would love God because you're like God. You are creative and silly and have deep emotion and passion for others, and just the love. I think love that I experience from other people, I'm no, that's you're like God. You're like God. And it's really cool. I want to recognize it more because it's so fun and wonderful. But then I was thinking about that right now in the car. I was just thinking about one of my coworkers who I was they would love God. And I was thinking of what it would be like to tell them you would really like God because God's just like you. And then I was oh my gosh. And then I remembered that in the Bible, it says humans are made in the image of God. And I was how did I, yeah, I guess I really know that because I'm thinking of people in that way, but finding God in them in order to, this is a weird theological thing. I haven't fleshed out the perfect or most, I guess, accurate way to say this. Accurate, whatever. whatever I believe is true, but like, you know, I think God is within everybody in some ways. Kind of like it's not activated, but it is. Well, I think everyone is, because if you're made in God's image, then, you know, you are going to look like God. So people who acknowledge that may have more connection to godliness, because if they're like, oh, it's in me, then you can cultivate it and connect with it more. But it's already there. It's in there. So I was just like, whoa, image of God. And everybody is made in God's image, and that's the thing I get to start seeing. So I think that's a new habit I would like to practice, just because, like, even for me to see that, but also to name it, because I think it's really important to name the good things you see in other people, and to call them out, and call them out and in up. You know how people say that, but like I want to name to people, to me, I see God in you in all these different ways, and it's a gift to me, because that means I'm experiencing God, and like being able to see it helps me experience God more. And it's really cool, because I think, like, whether or not you are following the like traditional, whatever that means, Christian, Judeo-Christian faith tenets, oh, I don't know what I think actually fully, but I do think you still have access to God's love, period, because God always loved first. There's no requirements. And so that means if you have access to it, you can share it too. And I feel like I've experienced God's love from people who are not in the faith. And I'm like, whoa. Coolio Von Pulio. Anyways, I'm gonna go, because I have work right now. I just wanted to say that for myself. And if I feel like posting it,